Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.
For new adventures of Batman!
We're watching a spaceship emerge from somewhere and land on Earth. My mistake, we're watching a spaceship emerge from somewhere in water on Earth. It finds a suitable cavern to hide in, then the inhabitant goes to work.
Ah, it is just as I expected. The perfect place from which to operate. But it does need a little something to make it more homey.
I'll bet the Seahawks look incredible on that thing.
That's better. Now I can get down to business.
I guess that's what his home looks like. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have a dog. However, he does have a cat and 3 of those.
Silence! I am Zarbor, and I have come from another dimension called Ergo to make the 4 of you more rich and powerful than you ever dreamed possible. But there are 2 obstacles that stand in our way: Batman and Robin.
Another dimension. You don't suppose... Nah, it couldn't be.
I want you to detain Batman and Robin and that pesky Bat Mite, who also comes from my dimension.
Okay, I guess it could be. Is his name really Bat Mite in his own dimension? That makes me want to talk to his parents. Every member of this 4-headed ego monster insists they can do it alone, because they've all been so successful in the past. And by the way, didn't Clayface lose his powers when he couldn't get his special formula? Plus, Joker and Catwoman were already in prison when Zarbor summoned them. Penguin was in hiding. Yep, they all have great track records when it comes to dealing with the Cape Crusaders.
That puts me up by a point, Bruce.
I've still got time, Dick. 20 seconds left.
Yes, but I've got the ball.
Not anymore. 5 seconds left.
Remember the little bowling incident last episode?
It looks good.
Tough luck, Bruce. I won.
It works in basketball, too. I think Bat Mite just likes to help Robin win. As usual, the bat signal interrupts them. Off to police headquarters. Bat Mite is trying to tag along, but he's lagging behind and running out of steam trying to keep up.
We have a real mystery on our hands, Cape Crusaders. The Joker and Catwoman have disappeared from the Gotham City Penitentiary.
Disappeared? You mean escaped?
No, I mean they disappeared into thin air.
Door locked, window bars intact, no secret passages, they're just gone.
Holy Houdini! How is that possible?
That's what I want you two to find out.
As you know, you two are the only detective department we can afford since you work for free.
Don't tell me I just missed them, Commissioner.
You just missed them, Bat Mite.
I'm really out of shape.
So does he. They're headed for Joker's hideout, and Zarbor knows it. He says that's where you'll trap them.
I will not fail.
Nor I.
Me neither. I do not know the meaning of failure.
Really? Here, allow me. I hope that helps. At the Joker's lair, as usual, everybody has a plan that's better than anything the others have. Finally, Joker says, it's my house, so it's my plan. So there.
That is the silliest plan I've ever seen. What makes you so sure the dynamic duo will stand on that trapdoor? Because there is more than one.
I think Catwoman's checking her footing real quick.
You and I are gonna make a great team, Joker. You handsome Uncle Clown, you.
You really think so?
On second thought, I'd rather work alone.
Too bad Joker didn't do the same. Batman and Robin arrive and catapult up to a balcony in a convenient open window.
You guys aren't hiding from old Bat Mite, are you? That's what I figured. Oh, boy. I'm too pooped to pop off. Maybe I ought to start taking some more vitamins.
Elsewhere, Zarbor is putting his own plan into action. Isn't it nice to know a nuclear power plant isn't fastened down to anything? And by the way, how many people are in there? If the plan is to take it all back to your dimension, maybe you'd better rename your dimension Lilliput.
If Batman and Robin are here, my heat sensor will detect them. Ha ha! They're in my joke room in the South Wing.
He says that room is full of trapdoors. Watch this.
They're heading for the door.
Your silly plan isn't working, Joker. They are still there.
Ha ha! Then I'll spring my funny little surprise on them.
Okay, that's a trap door. The room is solid steel, several inches thick. The sides are perfectly smooth. There are no doors and no way out, including up. Even their laser torches won't be enough to get out of this one.
I'll try the Bat Roto. Its supersonic speed titanium drill should cut through that with no problem.
Once they got out, they headed back to stately Wayne Manor and sacrificed their basketball to the convenience fairy.
Can always find Batman and Robin. Yipes! A giant gopher!
Oh, he's wearing a mask, Bat Mite. Obviously, he's a giant raccoon.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Batman, dozens of nuclear plants have vanished in the last hour and a half, and the country will experience the worst energy crisis in history if they're not recovered within 12 hours.
How many plants are left, Commissioner?
Just one, the largest in the world.
The offshore plant at Bayside?
Right. You and Robin get out there and fast.
Nobody's questioning how a bunch of nuclear power plants could just vanish or what happened to all the people inside them. They'll need the bat boat to get to the offshore platform.
All right!
Or not. Joker and the others report to Zarbor that Batman and Robin have been taken care of, so he returns them to his cave. He says, I have one more power plant to collect, so when I get back, we'll talk about your reward.
Holy boa constrictors! I can't believe this, Batman. That nuclear plant just shrunk down to the size of a toy.
That sounds like Electro's handiwork. He's the only one I know with those kinds of powers.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think that's the first callback we've had in either animated series.
Zarbor!
What did you say, Bat Mite?
Zarbor's public enemy #1 in my dimension of Ergo. He has the ability to shrink things, plus a lot more powers I'd rather not think about.
But what would he be doing down here on Earth?
I don't know, unless it's because of that energy shortage we're having on Ergo.
At last, we know his plan. If he controls all the energy, he controls the world, dimension, place.
I see him! He's in a submarine picking up the shrunken plant! Holy sinking submarines! It's diving, Batman!
I've got him on sonar. Get the diving gear ready, Robin. We'll need it.
Because Bat scuba gear can outrun an alien submarine any day.
You coming, Bat Mite?
Oh, you guys go ahead. I think I better stay here and guard the Batmobile.
Holy chicken livers! You're not afraid of Zarbor, are you, Bat Mite?
Considering what he told you about Zarbor, maybe you should be a little afraid yourself.
Me? Afraid? Don't be silly, Boy Wonder. Batmite is afraid of nothing. Zarbor is a piece of cake. Look at those hands. Rock steady.
Holy scaredy cats! I won't add insult to injury, Bat Mite.
I believe you just did. Or do calling him chicken liver and scaredy cat not count? Sometimes Robin is a real dick. Like when he takes his mask off.
Batman and Robin, you're absolutely positive they couldn't have escaped from your cell?
I'd stake my reputation on it.
Your reputation's not a steak, Joker. It's a hamburger.
Ooh, 2 points to Penguin. That was a good one. Zarbor shows them the not confined to a steel room dynamic duo and says, let me show you how it's done. Well, sure, if you have fingers that can do that. Where'd you buy them and how much are they?
What's our next move, Zarbor?
My next move is to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm taking the nuclear plants back to Ergo. In other words, you're pulling a double cross.
None of these big-brain supervillains ever seem to see that coming, even though they all know it's exactly what they'd do. He takes the plants and poofs away.
Like the man said, we have Batman and Robin to do with as we please.
A nice little title card to let us know that's the end of part 1 would have been nice, but there it is. What puzzles me is we have 2 more episodes to go, and both involve Zarbor. We have part 2 of this story, of course, but then he comes back in the final episode. Why? We couldn't go out on the Joker or the Penguin or some nice supervillain we haven't seen before? I don't know. I find Zarbor a little over the top, especially with his powers. Why does he have those and Bat Mite doesn't, since they come from the same place? He's a known criminal, so maybe he's a Lex Luthor type who came up with a way to give himself those powers. Will we ever find out? I don't know, we haven't gotten there yet. I do know one thing. I'd love to see Sir Nitpick with a mustache like that. I'm Irving, and I'm still an Adamaniac.